Hello, my friends, and welcome to round one of the NBA 2K three-point contest presented to you by Leisure Features. I'm Kenneth Allen, and with me is Michael Fortune.
How's it going there, Ken?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Cannot complain. Kind of excited.
I hear you. Today's video will feature the Atlanta Hawks, and here is the lineup. Kyle Korver, Joe Johnson, Steve Smith, Doc Rivers, Pistol Pete Maravich, and Jeff Teague. This video will kick off our round one series to find out who is the best shooter from their respective team. Each winner from round one will advance to the semifinals and compete with each other to see who is the greatest shooter of all time. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting for Atlanta, we have Kyle Korver. All right, and he's off.
So far, he's off to a pretty good start, landing every shot he's attempted there. He's on to the second rack now. Hopefully, he can keep the momentum going. He's so far 2 for 2. Probably 2 for 4, I should say. On to the third rack, remaining consistent. I think this is probably his favorite spot there, Ken. I've seen him warming up. He was landing them all day earlier. I think he's going to do well with the progression. Very anxious to see who's going to come and take over the next round. But so far, Kyle is making it rain. And he's off to the last rack. Hopefully, he can bank that money shot. All the way to the bank for the final shot. And Kyle...
24 points to start. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
A very tough score to beat, but the others, I'm sure they can handle it.
I don't know. Joe has a pretty tight ratchet there. Pretty excited to see what he's going to come up with. So off to his first shot. Banks it. Second one's looking just as fine. On to the third. So far, Kenny's 4 for 4, and this could be 5 for 5. Oh, I think I just jinxed him. Second rack, he's off to a pretty decent start as well. Joe, so far, is looking pretty decent. He's still halfway, more than halfway, well, halfway now to Kyle's final score. Perhaps his last rack, he could definitely redeem himself and make something happen and be able to hold on. Crossing my fingers for the kid. Final 5 seconds.
Oh, there he goes. He just surpassed. Oh, 27 points.
Very clutch. Way to go, wow. Joe.
Oh, my goodness.
Next up, we have Steve Smith. Interesting to see what this kid's going to come up with.
He's very good in his day. I remember him for sure.
Definitely, well, I would say definitely a fire starter, this kid here. Very exciting to watch. Off to a rough start. I think he probably bounce back maybe by the second or third rack once he gets his rhythm and momentum going. So far, not doing too well. But things can still possibly change. There are 3 more racks. Only up to 6 points, though. So, you know, maybe he gets put on a show for the audience and perhaps just keep us entertained in the meantime. And we're off to the last rack. He still has plenty of time left on the clock, but I mean, with just the way he's shooting and the way he's been performing those previous racks, I'm not too confident he's going to be able to finish with a high enough score, but still, nonetheless, a strong finish.
Very, very good score.
Way to go, Steve. Next up, we have Doc Rivers. Very, to see what Doc comes up with. He's up to the first rack and he pops it. It's all cash money.
We're just kidding, Doc. We love you.
Nothing but love, Doc. You're one of the best. So off to the second rack, and I think Doc is just slowly building up his momentum, but that great release, as always, he's flicking the wrist, making it swish. He's off to the third rack here, which I heard was his favorite spot, expecting him to make at least majority of his shots. And Doc he's just finally banked the last one out of 5. Isn't too bad. Off to the second before last rack. Doc is momentum is slowly declining. Perhaps he could redeem himself by the third rack. I'm not exactly sure. Could be pretty clutch for him. Final 10 seconds. Last shot, Doc.
Well, I just want to let the audience know that the people selected for these contests were partially done by us, but also 2K has the last call, as you can see. So,
last but not least,
there's one more after this.
No, we do have one more, but Pistol Pete is living up to his namesake, and the guy is letting off. So far, just finally getting his first shot. Oh man, Pistol. Get the firing pin's a little rusty in the gun. Goes to the third rack here at the top of the key. Finally getting it together. Ooh. Petey's dropping. He's off to his fourth rack now. Pete's he's pretty much struggling this whole duration. Pretty much leaning 2 out of 5 shots, averaging about 1 out of 5 shots. This last rack, the money rack, he's landed about.
And I thought he was saving the best for last, but I guess not. Sorry, Pete.
Hopefully Jeff Teague could show him how it's done.
I must say that if those of you out there who've been playing 2K 17 or 16, that Jeff Teague is one of the biggest sleepers to have your team. Just remember that.
Yeah, so you 2K fans, just keep that in mind. Just like Ken had just told us. My good buddy. Definitely keep a lookout on this sleeper cell here. So far, he's off to a rough start as well. Hopefully, he could redeem himself by the third and fourth rack, and maybe he could put up enough points to at least give us an entertaining show, I should say. Not looking so promising at this point. But nonetheless, way to go, Jeff.
There's 3 straight. Oh, we need that money shot. Come on. Just one. Oh, Teague.
Yikes.
Well, what are you going to do? You have a lot of talent on that squad.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I guess Joe Johnson was the big surprise there, huh?
Yeah. Well, I guess here's where it all counts. Round 2.
Yeah, round 2 is, I would say, the make or break round.
Yeah, it's we're going to see who wins. So starting first is Steve Smith. He had the lowest qualifying score, so let's hope he can get himself back up top. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, hopefully he had enough time to gather his thoughts and put his be able to execute a good game plan here on the floor, get himself stayed within the competition. He's off to his second rack. Last ball. Looks like he banked it.
Nice.
Top of the key now. I believe if Steve can keep at this same pace, he can possibly redeem himself, and maybe, just maybe, you could probably see him for the next round. I'm not too confident. So far, he's looking very, very well on this fourth rack. At first, he started off okay. Didn't make his last 4 shots. It's also the money rack now.
Oh my goodness.
Man, very, very tough.
It's very upsetting.
Yeah, even Steve himself, that look on his face pretty much explains it all. Let's see what Kyle pulls off.
The score is beatable, so we'll see.
So far, Kyle is off to a rough start. Like the last round, just banked his last 2 shots. Off to the second rack now. Ooh, that first shot was pretty rough. Okay, redeeming himself for the second one. Third one was all love. Fourth one, he's showing some more. And fifth was all money. Top of the key. I think he's possibly found his groove here, Ken.
I think so. He's inching closer to that score. And he tied.
4 for 5. He's already tied. He's looking pretty well for himself in the second round.
Korver is now in the lead, so the score to beat will be whatever he ends up with.
Now off to his last rack. He actually doesn't have too much time left, so he's going to have to probably pick it up just a bit if he wants to get these shots off. 4, 3, 2, rush it, Kyle. Oh, he couldn't get that last shot off. Sorry. But he did put up 21 points, so he did set the bar for the remaining competition. But here is our champion from the first round, I should say, Joe Johnson. who led with 27 points. First shot was a bit shaky, but it did land. Second one was nothing but water. Third one was in and out. That fifth one, and it was clutch, but made. Just get the second rack. He still has a chance here, Ken. I think he possibly, if he can bank the rest of his shots and move on to that third rack.
Well, he's definitely going to need those money shots, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure.
Okay. Oh. He's hanging on.
Yeah, Kenneth, I think this guy's becoming my new favorite.
Okay.
What do you know, Joe? Making it drop like jaws all around the stadium. He's off to the money rack now. Like Ken said, this is the clutch rack. He'll need this if he wants to remain in the competition.
It's 3 shots to win.
One more shot.
Oh,
Joe once again with the big surprise.
Unbelievable.
Was able to survive round 2. Looking forward to what's coming next.
That's it. That is the end.
What a wonderful round, Joe Johnson with the clutch comeback.
Well, congratulations to Joe Johnson, and he will be representing the Atlanta Hawks going forward. Speaking of going forward, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and take this journey with us. We will see you next time when we will bring you a very tough contest featuring the Boston Celtics. Thank you very much. We're signing off. Have a good night, folks.